Hello there, welcome to another episode of the Allotment Dram. This is a series of short videos where we sit and talk about different whiskies and the surroundings of our North London allotment, and you join me here today on what's been quite a nice mid-November afternoon actually. A bit of blue sky around, quite cold and crisp, but really can't complain for this time of the year. And a little bit windy, that's probably it, but yeah, very damp. We've had a lot of rain the last sort of 3 or 4 days, so yeah, absolutely chucked it down. So just thought I'd come and check. Also harvested these lovely looking Jerusalem artichokes, quite a lot of them there. So yeah, if anyone's got any nice recipes for Jerusalem artichoke, we've literally got that tray there, and then like several other plants sort of ready to go, sort of just down the way there. So yeah, any recipes would be much appreciated. But while that's all very interesting, you didn't tune in to hear about the weather or what I've picked. So what is the Allotment Dram today, I hear you ask? Well, it's a new whiskey, as quite a few of our sort of more recent Allotment Drams have been, and this is the Torabhaig Allt Gleann batch strength. So this is a cask strength version of their sort of pretty popular Allt Gleann release from the new distillery on Skye called Torabhaig. And Allt Gleann actually means Old Glen in Gaelic, so that's where the name comes from. And the core bottling of Allt Gleann came out in last year, 2020, no, a couple of years ago, 2021 actually. And so this literally appeared sort of last month, sort of a month to 6 weeks ago roughly, the batch strength. So this is sort of undiluted, is the strength it is. It's 61.1% this first batch, and it features actually whiskies that were distilled in 2017 and 2018, so actually some of the earliest whiskies that they've got available to them, because the distillery was founded right down in the south of Skye, so right near where the ferry goes across to the mainland, very short ferry, 20-25 minutes over to Mallaig on the mainland. So it's just sort of up the road from there, and it was founded in 2016 by Mossburn Distillers, who are also independent bottlers, and they release a couple of blended malts as well. And production only started in January 2017, so to have some 2017 and 2018 stock in here, is pretty special. And this is actually is going to form part of the Legacy series, which is a series of sort of several bottlings that will come out over the last couple of years and also the next couple of years. So yeah, as I say, 61.1%, so we're going to be on the lookout for that. It's going to be pretty full on, I'm pretty sure. And this is the distillery itself is quite small, it's in that sort of craft artisan sort of vein, currently producing around 400,000 litres a year. So to put that into context, the average across Scotland is 3 to 4 million litres, so it's 1/10 of that basically. It's very small, but starting to build up a bit of a head of steam. And Torabhaig, if you're wondering, instead of saying Torabhaig, B and a H together in Gaelic becomes a V. So the same with Bunnahabhain, so that looks like Bunnahabhain, but people say Bunnahabhain because the B and the H is together to create the V. So Torabhaig there. And what else? Well, this is pretty heavily peated actually. They normally peat around 55-60 ppm in the barley. This is actually peated slightly higher at 78 ppm. And now, for those of you that don't know, the ppm scale actually goes down sort of through the production process. So what you have in the bottle is never what it says in the barley. So 78 has actually become sort of 22, 23 ppm here. So you lose, roughly the easiest way to remember it is that what you have in the bottle in terms of ppm, the phenol parts per million, scale, what you have in the bottle is roughly a third of what you had to start with. So in this case it was 78 ppm in the barley. Now it's 22.8, I think it is 22.8, 23 ppm in the bottle. But it's around £75 as well. But I think it's probably time that we should have a taste after talking about all of that and ppm scales and all the rest of it. So oh wow, literally you can see a little bit's gone. Used it in a tasting event I hosted last week, but yeah, we'll just pop that down, pop it back on. See, the colour's very light actually. This sort of like straw yellow, sort of lemony yellow. Yeah, and immediately there's lots of sweet smoke here, but quite sort of ashy, sooty, you know, bonfire embers. But yeah, there's also some sweetness under there actually, like a butterscotch or marshmallow, something like that. But let's have a taste. Gosh, wow. Whew. Yeah, certainly warming me up on a day like today. Wow, 61.1% really packs a punch. I can feel it. You know, now I've swallowed, it's like sort of burning down my esophagus there. Wow, that's very full on. Really quite sort of biscuity and malty actually. But then you get all of this sort of sooty, ashy bonfire embers, you know, just when they're dying down. Maybe charcoal on a barbecue just dying down. But yeah, you have this maltiness. And then there's like a bit of something a bit green in there as well, like sort of dried grass or hay, maybe straw even. Yeah, but I'm struggling to find that sweetness that was, you know, evident on the nose, that sort of marshmallow, candied sort of sweetness. So let's have another taste. Yeah, wow. Whew. Now trying to sort of filter out, get beyond that smokiness, because it's quite peppery, quite full on. And get beyond that, and there is this sweetness actually sitting underneath, and it needs it. It's, you know, to create balance, it needs this sweetness. So yeah, there's marshmallow, cream soda, you know, very confected, some butterscotch as well. And then there's like very sweet, sugary notes like heather honey, and I want to say like vanilla icing that, you know, you ice a cake with, you know, so you make with icing sugars here. That's very sort of almost sharp sweetness. But I'm actually going to, because of the strength it is, I'm actually going to pop a little bit of water in. So I've just got my water bottle here. Just kind of see how, so I just want to sort of get beyond that smokiness and that pepperiness. So just a little splash there. Let's see what we've got then. Oh yeah, that's taken a bit of the edge off. Just softened it a touch. I didn't put a great deal in because of course you can always put more water in. You can never take it out. So yeah, it smells a lot more of that sort of green, like grassiness or mossiness coming through now. But yeah, let's have a final taste. So now the pepperiness is gone, even with that fairly small amount of water that I put in, and you're getting this sort of like charcoal, ashy, sooty sort of vibe. And the sweetness is actually, it's more in balance now. The sweetness is really sort of shining, particularly that sort of icing sugar, cake icing, heather honey, definitely there. And then this sort of like sweet sort of malty biscuit as well, with the, you know, like marshmallow topping or you know, something. Yeah, it's got that sort of very confected note as well. But yeah, really nice and really great to see, you know, a new distillery putting out, you know, sort of lovely products, and, you know, getting, you know, more of a reputation, starting to win some awards, you know. So really nice. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see sort of how this develops, how it takes to, you know, a bit more age, because, you know, if you think about this is from 2017, 2018, so the most it can be is like 5 or 6 years old actually. So yeah, with a bit of age, bit of that sort of peppery smoke sort of softening, you know, I can imagine it's going to age pretty nicely actually. It's very promising indeed. But that's probably about it from myself and the Torabhaig Allt Gleann batch strength. I'll get on with a couple more jobs before, you know, dusk sets in, and before I get to go home. And thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope to see you again for another Allotment Dram very soon. Cheers.